Whoops, I did it again. I'm the worst singer ever. But that is about habits. If you do things again and again. Now, believe it or not, in the research, Maddox has said there's no consensually agreed definition that habit cannot be meaningfully defined as both a type of behavior and a cause of behavior. What we do know is that we have a habit loop. Habits are often described as this kind of loop, which has the cue, the routine, and the reward. So what is the cue for your habit? Give us an example, you say. Fair enough. Well, I'm hungry, so therefore I need to eat. At a very basic level, what is the cue? Oh, growling stomach. Oh, I see a sandwich. I want it. Oh, I forgot to eat. Boom. That's the cue. Routine. Go to the fridge. Grab something in the fridge from a little box or a tin or whatever else. Go to the bread bin. Grab the bread. Put one in the other. Boom. Into the mouth. Reward. Digestion. Feels good. Full. Back to work. Cue, routine, habit, and reward. That is the habit, the whole thing together. Now the cue triggers a habit. I feel hungry, therefore I begin to eat, or I grab something, and then the reward is, that feels good. But it's all through neuroplasticity too. The ability for us to be able to think in a new way with new neurons, because it's like going to the gym and getting those arms up and ready. By lifting weights, you're creating new muscles and they're stretching and they're strengthening. Same way with your neurons now, very similar in many ways from a practical understanding point of view. If we exercise ourselves mentally, especially if we're in decline, we'll actually see little nuances of good neurons coming on board, which is incredible. They see this in brain scans as well. So the plastic, think of plastic as malleable. Changes that can happen in your neurons. And with new neurons, it's fantastic. It's a fascinating thing that we have discovered in the previous couple of decades. Another thing is reward and reinforcement. Now, the funny thing about us human beings is that we can take even what we've said already and go, that's pretty cool. Like all I have to do is start exercising my brain and things will start to develop and I get a reward. And there's a loop and all of this. Grand. But then what we do is we kind of go, I get sick of that. It's a bit academic. It's a bit intellectual. It's a bit silly. It's just too much. I just want to do things I want to eat when I'm hungry and just grab. So I don't even want to make a sandwich. I want to just grab candy bar and pull down the packet as an effort. Put in the mouth is, bliss. But we're monkeys behind it all. We need rewards and reinforcement. So if we look at the rewards and create the rewards, say in the example of the food on a full stomach, we'll say, well, I want to eat healthy. Okay, it makes sense. I want my body to be good here. But if we start planning this beforehand, the rewards, well, then our rewards are going to be different because we're thinking of, creamy chocolate cake. Oh, all the nice stuff that I want to eat right now, the sugar, sugar, sugar. But these are not going to be good things. These will hit the dopamine centers in the brain, but they won't help us in the longer term. So we have to create that better planned routine of rewards and reinforcement so that we'll do it again and again and again. And the loop will be positive. The cue will come, and then we will want to go through that loop and get the reward at the end. And we can do this in another way as well, right? By habit stacking. Now, habit stacking involves linking a new habit with an existing habit to create a routine. So look at your life right now. Look at the parts that you want to change. And maybe they're very bad habits. For example, Saturday night, you just relax and you do things that maybe instantly hit and give you that dopamine urge. You're just instantaneous gratification, right? You don't do that Monday to Friday. You do it on Saturday. Sunday is a rest day, so it doesn't matter, right? A lot of people do this. Fine. Now, even though you want to change the habits of that because Sunday would be better if you didn't do that on Saturday, all this kind of stuff, but you have a day to recover. You can see the goods of the Saturday night activity. You can see there's something there that is motivating you to do it. So look at that and then pick out this old habit, this slightly quarter of it. half of it that could be good, right? And from there, then bring in a brand new habit that would be better. Match the two of them together. Make them a couple and change your Saturday night partially, if not fully. That's easier to begin. You're still getting that dopamine hit, if only partially. And by associating new behavior with an already established one, or a cue or routine, so Saturday night, I want to be natural, I want to do these things. That's your cue. Your routine then is coming in. So individuals can leverage already what they have from the habit and facilitate the adoption of new habits too. It's like a transitionary period almost. So rather than just trying to go cold turkey, change what you're doing on Saturday night, just slightly change it. Accept what is good about it. Accept that you need this break or this time or whatever else. There's another thing. Behavioral triggers. What in the first place triggers this? Kind of like the cue, right? If we're eating, obviously hunger is going to be the cue there. But in other things that mightn't be as individually or even collectively native to us, which is hunger, gosh, we got to eat, like tiredness, we got to sleep. These innate responses to lack of energy. But if there are behavioral triggers like bad habits like picking our nails, do we really need to do that? No, we don't. I mean, there's devices there we can just cut our nails. We can actually put that in our top pocket if we really need to cut our nails all the time. If we want to have that sensation of the nail coming off or little bits and pieces, or we want to shape it perfectly. So therefore you're getting the base habit, you're getting perfect nails. You can do it 10 times a day if you want. You just grab that from your top pocket, off you go. But if we have a trigger for like odd and eerie behaviors, we need to look at that as well so that we can change the cues and then eventually we get the right outcome. Because all of these things within the cueing formation are contextual. There's environmental cues and context of that environment play a significant role in the habit formation and in maintaining them. Like we maintain our nails by filing them or by cutting them. But what's the cue in the first place? How can we change this? By changing the environment or where you are in the context. In how these habits occur in the first place, this can disrupt the existing habits. So if you usually do your nails at home, you can go out and about and try and do them in public. You might go, oh gosh, no, there's people looking at me. This is a bit weird. And that's fine. Then you begin to realize, why am I doing them at home all the time? Like, why do I keep doing them? If you're questioning that, that's good. You're kind of disassociating the link with the old habit. And now you can begin to go, guess what? I'll just do it once in public because it's a bit odd. People are looking at me. Right. When you're at home, go, imagine if somebody was here now. Gee, they wouldn't like me to do it once, more than once in my nails. Do it once because practically I need to shorten them. But there's no point doing them twice or 3 times because once a person sees they're short, I need to get out of that habit. So just stop yourself from doing that. Question yourself and you'll be able to do it in private as well. Implementation of your intentions is truly important because it involves specifying when, where, how, and this new behavior will begin and you'll be able to implement it. If it's up there, you intend to change, you can change. You just need to take action with that so that you have habit reversal. And what does that do? Well, these are techniques involving identifying and replacing the unwanted habits with alternative behaviors. That's one thing you have to accept that, again, in the nail filing or nail cutting, your hands will be free and you're like, oh, usually I cut my nails or I kind of, fiddle around with the, biting them or whatever, or get a tweezer or whatever, nail clips. You're going to have to replace. What's your hand going to do when you're doing that? This is an easy thing. You can do this when you're driving. So what's your hand going to do? You could get some sort of little fidget spinner, something in your hand just to make sure your fingers move at that time 10 times a day. And then you can wean yourself off that as well. So you're reversing the habit. What's really and truly important though is your consistency to do and repeat this, even if it's not working, even if you retreat back to the old habits, even momentarily, if you consistently work towards habit formation. Now, all research has looked at it saying 3 weeks, Then I hear 66 days for new behaviour. The truth is, it's going to take months. I'm sorry, it will take months. But the great thing about it is, once the months pass, you have new habits for life. So I guess the real question is, why do we, well, there's two questions that come to mind straight away. Why do we, one, as humans who want to change habits, want things instantaneously? When for years, we're probably doing habits that have been like dragging us back, and we didn't even question the amount of time with it. So commit to the months. Expect it of yourself. And there's other questions too, but I'm not going to get to them in this video because you might want another video, so you can dictate it. If you communicate with me, make that one of your new habits. And part of that, those habits, an array of habits that will help you, is by smashing or hitting that button for subscribe, and then I'll be able to create more for you. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and please do. Have a wonderful day.